Good morning and welcome to Meditate with Mel. So how are you doing today? How are you doing? This morning's meditation is going to focus on inner peace, and it came from my own meditating as I was starting to find my space again. Everything's been a bit busy since we've been in lockdown, and we're all having to manage lots of different situations, and I was trying to handle a lot of things, and I thought that's not working because more and more things get piled on the plate. So what is the answer here? And the answer is always finding your own inner peace. So that's what I started to do, was how to let go of what we're holding on to and step into that place of centering, so that you are strong inside no matter what is going on around you, no matter what is happening in your own little inner world or whatever is happening in the greater outside world. So let's start to get into a comfortable place. So whether you're seated or whether you're lying down, just get your body comfortable and then start to consciously take some breaths. So start to focus on the breath to start with. What you will find is if the mind is racing or busy, that you won't be able to close your eyes immediately, and that's okay. So start by focusing on the breath. And once you've started to connect with that breathing, then allow the eyes to close, because that's the point at which you're going to be able to allow the eyes to close. Keep the focus on the breathing, so keep breathing. Just pay attention to that rise and fall of the belly. Let the eyes close if they haven't already. And let your body start to relax. So at this point and for the next few minutes, there is absolutely nothing you need to be handling. Start to let it go. Let it just fall away from your system, fall away from your body, fall away from your mind, and release from your emotions. Keep going back to that breath. If you get thoughts that challenge you, just come back to that breath. Just come back to that breath. It's non-negotiable. And once you feel a really clear connection with the breathing, we're going to tune into the base of the spine. And we're going to connect a line of energy from that base of the spine to the centre of the planet. This is our grounding cord, our anchor point. This is our energetic pull to earth. So let that be in place, however that looks and feels for you. Keep taking those breaths. And once you feel that security in the connections with the grounding cord, start to widen it. So remember, this cord could be anything. It could be an image, it could be a colour. It represents being grounded for you. So it just needs to give you that feeling. And once that grounding cord feels more secure, wide, settled, you're going to, like you're turning a tap on, you're going to put it on release. So set that grounding cord on release. And this starts to let go of any unwanted vibrations you're holding on to in your body. Keep taking those breaths. Let everything you no longer need just fall away. And if you're not sure whether you need it, let it go anyway. If it's yours, it will come back to be dealt with, and if it's not, it will just disappear. So take a few breaths and find that connection. Let that release keep going as you start to make more room for you. If you find your mind is wandering, come back to the breath. Just come back to the breath. Keep it really simple. And this is what you can do every day. You get caught up in the stress, you get caught up in the emotions, come back to the breath. Just stop and breathe. You're breathing anyway. So all we're doing is really just focusing on that. And let that grounding cord draw to it anything you're holding in your physical body. So in the shoulders, in the back, in the core, the knees. Let go of anywhere in your physical body you might be holding on to unwanted energy that's keeping you away from being in a state of inner peace. Notice as you do that, the body starts to shift. You might move around a little bit as this happens. Body starts to shift. You might start to experience a bit of space in different areas. Just let that tool do its job. And then while that's happening, we're going to take a breath and travel to the center of our chest, the heart center. So either head there on a sensory level or in your mind's eye visualize that heart center. And again, no rules, however it looks and feels to you. And just get a sense of what's going on in there at the moment. How does it look? How does it feel? Are there colours? Are there images? Are there sensations? We're going to put a grounding cord on that heart centre. It's going to have its own grounding cord. So a line of energy right from that space down to the centre of the planet. And release anything unwanted in there. So any vibrations you're holding on to that stop you feeling that connection to yourself. Anything that might feel angsty, stressful, negative, heightened tension, anxiety. And for me, these often appear in darker colours. So I see things visually. So if that's true for you, just let go of any of those colours that you don't like the look of. Keep taking those breaths, and you'll find things like fear coming out, pain, distress. We often think as human beings that to be sensitive to another's plight is to literally sympathise with them. In my experience, this does not help anyone, including yourself. So the best way to support other people is to keep your vibration high and be a model of what you want to see in the world. When we sympathise with people, all we do is go into the same vibration that they're stuck in and become stuck ourselves. Now, just be a little bit aware that sympathy is not the same thing as empathy. But most of us are not conscious to that when it's happening, and we usually dive straight into sympathy. We hear ourselves say things like, "I feel your pain." And whilst this may be a temporary support to that person, it does not really give them greater support or give ourselves greater support. When I'm using person as an example, it could be anything happening out there in the world. So take a deep breath and let go of any similar vibrations you're holding on to, any fear. You can still love everyone that you love. You can still support. But you can be a greater beacon of strength by being true to yourself and your own heart and your own well-being. So as we're letting go of those vibrations that no longer serve us, let's fill in with some really bright colours, good vibrations of health, well-being, clarity, vision, strength, healing, joy, inner support, and anything else you can think of that you want to put into that mix. So keep taking a deep breath, let that grounding cord and the heart center do its thing, and bring in the colours and the feelings and the vibrations that feel good to you. What do you want to fill that heart center with? I know I want to be in peace as much as I can. So if that's true for you, keep bringing in those colours that work for you. We're going to let that exercise keep going for the rest of the day, but you don't have to sit here in meditation for that to happen. So allow that to keep going on the postulate that perhaps today you're going to do a little bit of inner spring cleaning and let go of the vibrations that don't serve you, replacing those which do. And start to bolster your own immunity, your own strength and well-being. Take another breath. We're going to bring this meditation to a close. So we're going to go right up to the crown. I'm going to draw a big golden sun up there above the head. And just fill that up with anything that you want to give yourself. So this could be feelings and emotions like we're doing with the heart center. It could be toys, gifts, gadgets, experiences. Could just be colours. Colours is good, simple, does the job. So fill that up. And when that's full, we're going to pop it with a pin and let all of that energy flow down into your system, through your mind, all through your body, through your emotions, and through yourself. So just fill in. Keep taking those breaths, and as that filling in is happening, we're going to start to move our fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, knees and elbows. So I'm just wriggling around here. And then the last thing you'll do is open the eyes. So welcome back from that little mini meditation. Have a good stretch. So make the body real. Make sure you're fully back. Even though it's just a few minutes, you will have had a little bit of a journey away from your conscious part of yourself. So come back in, make yourself real. And then that's all from me today. So look after yourselves, let that exercise keep going unconsciously, and have a really great day. Take good care. Bye.